Hello and welcome to today's historic best of 3 deck tech and gameplay video on Rakdos Burn. Rakdos Burn is basically one of the older styles of Magic that there is, really. We play low-to-the-ground creatures and relative burn spells, throw them at our opponent's face, and try to, win the game by turn 4 or 5, at which point, if we haven't won, we've probably lost. Besides our relative creatures and burn spells, we also have some nice little bind the room together kind of glue cards to give us a bit more card draw and fuel. That way you don't run out of the fuel you need to try and just squeeze wins here and there. The land base, very self-explanatory. I am running Shock Lands, Pathways, and Pain Lands, but run whatever red-black dual lands you have that will come into play untapped on turn 1, since that's what you need to do with this deck in order to make it really work on all cylinders. Also, a little bit of note, we are running 4 copies of Ramanov Ruins and a single Mount Doom as a form of repeatable damage that you can get from your land base, since it's basically, it's, quote, free to run, and those little bits of damage do add up in the long run. Sideboard, very self-explanatory. Graveyard Hate, like Cling to Dust. We have Tainted Remedy for life gains, some sweepers, some removal, slaughter games for if there's any particular combo matchup and you just need to get rid of their all-star thing, and a couple Chandra Awakened Infernos for the counterspell heavy control decks, or the Rogues deck or mill decks sometimes run Drown the Lock and stuff like that. And that's the basics of the list. Don't forget to like the video if you like it, subscribe, and if you like my grab bag of content and would like to see more in the future. And if you have any questions, like I don't have X, what about Y, or other generally nice comments, leave those down below and I'll do what I can to respond to each that I see. Now, with all of that out of the way, now we'll go on to game number 1. And game number 1 with our little Rakdos Burn list. We don't have a creature on turn 1, so I'm going to go ahead and mulligan it. That's fantastic. Yeah, honestly, that's great. I don't see any reason to not run that. Throw back the Swamp, as it's the least useful. I'm probably just going to play Springs on turn 1. Temple Garden doesn't tell you a whole lot, though I suppose you can make an argument that it could be like a Soul Sisters list, but it's Yorion, so it's possible. It's not that. Anywho. Turn 1, play a Swift Spear, or if you were playing at home, turn 1, play a dude, or at minimum, play a burn spell. If you don't have, basically, let me rephrase this statement. In your opening mulligan, basically you're looking for 2 lands and a thing to do on turn 1 and a thing to do on turn 2, for the most part. If you have those 2 things, keep the hand. Don't go below 5 cards, since anything below 5, you're just gonna lose. The numbers say you're gonna lose. Okay, so what's the term I'm looking for? Fucking Bant Flicker, I guess. In that case, just play a Ramanov Ruins. Make sure to correctly tap this. Play a Swift Spear, and then bump in the Night, since the only Lightning Bolt to the face we have in the format. It's kind of loud. Let me turn this down a smidge for me. Down a couple percent. Maybe down 9. Then we just go face. Also, the fact that they're running a lot of shock lands and, trying to run 3... Are they domain? Okay, to be fair, that really sucks. God damn, that really, that was aggressively bad. Okay. I guess I'm just going to play a Pathway for red, playing a Soul Scar Mage. That's... Wow. To be fair, Deputy of Attention is a very good, run and include in, a Flicker list. Why the red, though? That's the part that's got me. That confuses me to no end. What are we doing here? I could pay and do Shatter Skull for 2, which wouldn't kill the Deputy. I actually think that I am going to play a Pathway on black. I'm going to attack with the Soul Scar Mage. At worst, he, like, just doesn't block and lets it through. But I'm hoping that, like, yeah, he makes a trade there that we're kind of happy with. I really don't like passing the turn, but I think I have to. I'm very interested in, like, what is the red here. Okay, I want to say it's Flicker. Okay, we're probably just dead. I want to say it's Flicker, but, like, you wouldn't run, what, 4-color Flicker. There's just better ways to do that. Thank God the land is exactly what we needed. So now we're going to Shatter Skull Smashing for 3. Another fine example of getting a lot of utility out of our mana base. 1 target, choosing 3, auto-paying the 3. Oh, please don't tell me you have, like, a mana tithe. Oh, okay, that's not great. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. There's no coming back from that. That's cool. Our opponent, to their credit, has done the thing. We're going to very clearly need a Braids here. I would argue the Ranger's Firebrand, while useful, is not going to be that useful in this matchup, since we're going to have some instant speed removal or interaction. Do I do anything else? Honestly, yeah, I think we just accept that, you know, if they have, you know, another Deputy of Detention into Flicker effects, our board's going to be gone no matter what. There's an argument to be made that we could have started throwing spells at our opponent's face, but we didn't draw any of the gas cards. We'll play first. So we were already fighting an uphill battle. Oh, no landers. That's simple. I guess we keep those. What do I get rid of, though? Yeah, the Crucible's going. I think we're going to do the Soul Scar Mage on turn 1. That way we can make use of the Swift Spear's haste on turn 2, as well as the Soul Scar Mage. At least now I know that I need to try and be a little bit careful about running out too many copies of an individual card, since we know that's already going to be a bad time. And I think we are going to just play the Shatter Skull. Go ahead and pay 3. We don't terribly mind the life loss here, since we are, like, as aggressive as the deck comes. We don't mind just throwing everything faced and using our life as a resource and all those responsible things that a good Magic player should do. And then being down 7 health on turn 2 is pretty good. Like a Lightning Helix? That's fine. I don't think I can mind that. Again, just keep going face. If we really, really need like a Chandra or any of our like gas cards would be great. That is a gas card. I don't... Well... Yeah, we're running out of time. There's an argument to be made we should have done the Spectacle cost. Thank God we didn't now, because those are dead draws. Still a couple turns off from activating a Bump of the Night. So yeah, oh, my original point as I'm bouncing back and forth. Refractor Mage will do it too. I am particularly happy that we, now that we did the light up the stage before we attacked, since that was guaranteed damage, as to where the light up the stage was potentially no damage or a lot of damage. In this case, it was no damage, it being 2 lands. It is like the old school, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, and all that jazz. I would play out the Soul Scar Mage, but we cannot due to the Reflector Mage. I wouldn't be fucking Thrag. I mean, okay, that's a good flicker target. Just, I think I'm the only person I've ever seen run that fucking card in like the last like over what 10 years. Yeah, cool. I mean, we're gonna attack. We have to. We gotta make him make the choice here. Yeah, and still 1000% the correct thing to do. Get the fuck out of here with your Thrag Tusk. I mean, yeah, good on our opponent. There's a real chance their Thrag Tusk has, like, won them the game. Because they're, what, it's turn 5. Yeah, we're so fucked. Yep. And this is a fine example of if you don't kill them by turn 4, you've probably lost. We didn't kill them by turn 4, and we lost. To be fair, I cannot remember the last time I've seen like an ephemerate flicker list, so a part of me wants to be salty we lost, but I also I can't help myself but to like acknowledge it's a pretty cool deck. I don't know if it's good, but it is cool. Anywho, on to game number 2. And game number 2 with our little Rakdos burn. Again, we go first because we have a brain. We have 2 lands and things to do on curve, so we keep it. The length of the first game that I just showed you has made me think that normally the average Magic the Gathering video is like the deck tech in 2 games, since, you know, that's like a good amount of time. But this deck is quick enough that we might be able to get 3 in depending on the length of the games. So we'll see how long this game takes, but there might be a game number 3. Anywho, turn 1, 1 drop. Turn 2 will probably be a Bump of the Night and a Range's Firebrand. The Firebrand letting the ring tempt us and potentially squeezing in some more damage. Forge Fiend. Or sorry, Footlight Fiend. Okay, that's an odd choice, but we take those. I think we'll play a Pathway on black. I will go ahead and Firebrand the Fiend in question. Of course, the damage should go to my face, since they can't kill my Knight of the Ebon Legion. But if they're running Footlight Fiend, there's a real chance that they might be newer. Anywho, remaining mana, bumping the Knight to the face, giving us the 4 life loss with the Knight itself to trigger the Knight. Next turn, see what they do. Wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of white-based removal spell, possibly. Mardu something. Admirable. So Mardu has an absolute suite of things to do with their mana to get rid of my stuff. Esper Sentinel's fine. Huh. If I were to attack, he could kill the Knight in response, but I think we're okay with that. So I think we're going to Pathway on red. We're going to attack. If he goes to make the double block, we pump in response, allowing our creature to live and to basically take a 2 for 1. If he doesn't, I think we also just pump it. I think we're pumping it regardless. Okay. Or sorry, not regardless. If they single block like this, then we're not. Yeah. I think we're gonna do a Sovereign's Bite to their face, paying the 1 for the Esper Sentinel, since we didn't have anything to do with the mana anyway, and less cards for them are good. Or is good. Opponent plays a land. Serrated Scorpion. It's fine. That was a questionable attack, but sure. I would argue that the blocker is more valuable, but sure. I think the correct play is going to be a Swift Spear. I can't think. Again, they could be running. I see 1 white mana open, and my brain goes to Mana Tithe because I'm an idiot. Because no one runs that card, nor should you. Yeah, with the rest of it, just throw the Static Discharge face. There's an argument we could have paid and, like, avoided them getting a card upon further reflection. But a part of me, the reason why I didn't is that I wanted to keep the Shatter Skull Smashing open for a potential removal spell if we need it. While it would be nice to work towards the mana for Bump in the Night, I don't think we're going to need it. Or we're not going to explicitly need it. Of course, if we get there, you know, that's great. Maybe they have like a deadly dispute or whatever, the sacrifice thing, or not. Okay, well, that's so not what I thought was going to happen. But sure, it resolves. See what our opponent does next turn. Oh, some sort of like Mardu-y aristocrats thing. Okay, okay. In that case, red, black. Yeah, we'll do a Shatter Skull Smashing for X equals 2. Thankfully, allowing us to use it as a removal spell like we were talking about. They're gonna get a whole lot of like little bits and pieces of life gain here and there. So like maybe we bring in a couple Tainted Remedies, because there doesn't appear to be enough life gain. Well, maybe we bring in all 3 copies. Bring in like 3 copies of Tainted Remedy and a couple of the Braids for the creature removal. Probably get rid of like Firebrands. Okay, I'm definitely bringing in all 3 now. Yeah, take out a couple of Firebrands, like a Liliana. There's options here. We're not in love with this because it's basically turn 4 and they're not dead, which is like not a good place to be. Although, if we're being honest here, traditional aggro decks, while I love them, you just don't really see them in the format. It kind of has to be said. I've had good experience with this deck over the last couple of weeks of testing, but I would be lying. Wow. Okay. Wow. That makes me feel better. But yeah, like, the fact that you don't see him should be pretty telling. I think we're just gonna, like, keep pumping and trying. I think, does that go to each player? Yeah. I guess we can do... start maybe going for like a Chandra Ultimate, because this game is already starting to slip away. If I swing, can he make any good double blocks? Because he can already sacrifice for free and instant speed anyway, so if anything, we're just going to make our opponent make a decision, basically, is the best way to word that. They already have the instant speed ability to sacrifice things and do their, what's the word? Their aristocrat-y thing. Hang on, okay. He attacks for 3. He sacrifices 1, 2, 3, go to 6. Down to 4. But if he full swings, then there's like a real chance he's in some trouble. Attacking Chandra is a very good sign, because that doesn't even kill Chandra. Making me feel better about my decision to uptick and just, like, try and chip out some damage. God damn! Jesus. Maybe we bring in some settle... not settle. I'm thinking of the wrong color. Some, like, Anger of the Gods or Ritual of Soots. Okay, there are cards we can draw. Oh, no, there isn't. There's... I think we just die, right? Yeah, I think we just die no matter what I draw. Right? Get the fuck out of here. Right, and then I just hit face. But he can just sacrifice his whole board and I just die, don't I? Sure. My only hope is that our opponent doesn't see it, which I'm going to assume is not gonna happen. Kinda doesn't matter who's the ring bearer. I just now realized if I draw a burn, no, it still won't matter because he can just kill me in response at any given point. There's an argument to be made that I let him draw the card and like keep open the mana for like a burn spell. God damn. I mean, credit given to our opponent. Their list is a list. I'm almost afraid, actually. Maybe I shouldn't bring in, like, too many sweepers. Okay, do you see the lethal here, or do I have to make you use it? Okay, there's a real chance they're just stupid and don't understand they have lethal right now. Okay, he's dumb. Awesome. Okay, I'm not... He had lethal. Our opponent doesn't even understand the deck they're playing. They could have killed me in response to any attack at any point in time. So I'm just not going to engage. So basically, let me... for those who don't know, since he has a free sacrifice altar, let's see. I was at what? Fucking... Sacrifices 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was at 10. Okay, Ashnod Altar, Sacrifice, Esper Sentinel, triggers. 1, 2, brings him down to 8. Then sacrifices the Lampard, bringing me down 2 more to 6. Maybe he didn't have exactly lethal, but I am practically dead. Let's see, then to 6. Then he sacrifices again to, say, a Celebrant. Doesn't really matter. Goes down to 4. Okay, I might have been at 2, but then I just died to the next attack. So, yes, I'm dead, but not by the way I thought. Braids are in. Firebrands are out. Tainted Remedy is pretty damn good here. Liliana is useless. Croxa is useless. The game's going to be over before any of those cards come online. Light up the stage is well, the fruit is cute, but not going to be useful at all. Call of the Ring, we don't want to lose too much life. I actually have to kind of care about my life now, which is unfortunate. Guess we bring a single Anger of the Gods, and just kind of hope. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Again, credit to our opponents here. I have not seen either of these lists. Flicker or list will like, or ephemerate list, whatever you want to call them. They'll pop up every once in a while, but like Mardu Aristocrats, I don't think I've seen one since I did an Aristocrats list. No lander, very easy. I mean, that's a good opener. What do we throw back? Think of Ruins. Yeah, I think this is really going to be one of those, another prime example of one of those games where if we don't draw our sideboard pieces, we might just die. Again, I want to be, like, real hateful and, like petty, but, like, credit given to our opponents. We've seen some damn good games. And, like, some genuinely very interesting lists. Just play all of our Soulscar mages. If nothing else, we're going to bump in the night and hit them for a shitload next turn. Yeah, and I think there's like, if you run the full 4 copies of, I think there's like 12 or 16 versions of Aristocrat-style pingy effects. You could argue, well, okay, that you can make an argument that yeah, there's a lot, is what I was getting at. Plan remains the same. Basically, now we just play the Ebon Legion and then bump of the night. To be fair, we're doing very good. Take your card. We are going to lose this game in the long run anyway. Our opponent can double block. Yeah, but I'd be very surprised if they do. I hope we don't draw, like, a land. Well, okay. If we draw a land, we can pump. If we draw basically anything else, we can just play the damn thing. I mean, the Triumph coming into play tapped is, like, more impactful than it would seem. Serrated Scorpion, I'm not gonna lie, is like a fantastic little include. Yeah, I think we just... Man, get the fuck out of here. Do we just die? Yeah, I think we're almost certain. Yeah, that... Oh, well, that really kind of sucks. I think that just kills me, doesn't it? There's, like, nothing I do unless I draw... Honestly, yeah, this is, like, sort of... Hang on, let me see about the math here. If I swing... If I point the discharge at face, it goes to 5. I have 5 attackers. He has 5 blockers, but I'm threatening lethal. But the Zulaport Cutthroat kind of fucks the math a little bit. So then I'm at like 11. I'll go to 10 to cast the spell. He could block with everything, sending me to 5, plus the Scorpion 2 ping down to 3. At which point, though, he doesn't have a board. Yeah, we accept... Just fuck it. We're probably dead. Math is for blockers. Just fucking run it. Yeah, take your card draw. Okay. If our opponent has a 1-mana interaction spell, we're, like, particularly screwed. But I'd argue, like, you sort of... Or you need very little removal in a list like our opponent's. Because your board... Sorry, what? Okay, I was about to say. Why are you double blocking? I mean, okay, I guess. Do I care? I actually don't want to kill the Scorpion. I want to kill the Corpse Knight first. That makes me feel way better. I mean, okay, way is a relative term. But unless my math was wrong, I've gained 3 health that I would not have gained otherwise. So I guess we take it. If 4 lands, a full spread of hand. It's not looking great. Oh boy. Oh, please have some weird Legion's End kind of shit, please. Because if we do, then I just deserve to hold that sopping wet L. Okay. Fuck. Oh, that's really not good. Hang on. My brain's... I'm actually beginning to think I'm happy I didn't draw a spell. I swing with 4. He can block 3. He doesn't even... I guess I just play a pathway on red. If he... Okay. If he gets any sacrifice effect, then we're dead to the Scorpions if he just sacks them, the 2 of them, as well as the 2 Blood Artist triggers that you would get from them dying. So I'm just going to full send, hope our opponent makes a mistake. Because they have shown that they don't have exactly, what's the word? Systemic level knowledge of their deck. What? He blocked with the Blood Artist? I'm gonna lose to an idiot! This hurts my fucking soul. If nothing else, I guess the silver lining is this game's taking long enough that I don't have to record a 3rd one. Why are you shocking it in? Just kill me! Kill me or stop sucking. Not both. Come on. Fucking shock and pass? What could have possibly been your draw? I'm gonna lose to an idiot. This is the fucking worst. What the fuck do I draw? Draw land. We can play the Chandra. Oh, good. He's roping me. That's cool. I don't want to be that guy, but like I clearly have a better understanding of my deck than our opponent does of theirs. Oh, good! That was really worth the rope. Did you shock in for any discernible reason? John Kaldar? John, my dude. I'm sure you're very sweet and lovely Okay, that's better. I clearly didn't need to do the shocking, but okay. I maintain that that play didn't require the amount of time that took. Yeah. I'm gonna skip your quiz game. Damn. You know what? Okay, I lied. I'll do one more game. I gotta get a win. I promise this deck can get wins, and I've had a lot of fun and like actually kind of good success with this list, so I'm gonna make sure there's a win in here. Anyway, on to game number 3. And the rare game number 3 with our little Rakdos burn list. We play first because we have a brain. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, good, a no-lander. That's great. That's functional. Oh, come on, man. I wanted to have one win in this fucking thing. Okay, in that case, the Planeswalkers are going back. They're fun, but not strictly required. Do a Ramanov Ruin. Maybe find a land with Play with Fire or something good. Actually, I don't think land would be what I want upon further reflection. I kind of want like a creature or something a little more substantial. That's more substantial. In that case, we'll do a Swift Spear. Followed by a Bump of the Night to the face. I maintain, and I've said this before in other videos, this is so not the card I thought would see the, like, actually crazy amount of play that it does. I don't know what our opponent's doing, though. What are you doing? I mean, cool, I guess. Just keep going face. Is it mono black tokens? What are they running? Yeah, I'm confused, but I'm, like, interested. You can't block with those tokens, right? Oh, no, I'm thinking of... I'm sure there's some other token that I'm thinking of. Another one of those cards that, like, I'm happy is in the format. Get the fuck out of here. Tribal cards are in the format now for, Tarmogoyf. I didn't even think about that. Anywho. Sure, Pathway on black. Like, is it 2 mana to make a servo? Okay, we're not going to attack, because then we're just giving away the Swift Spear for free. Unless they have some sort of life gain that I'm not thinking about, which is, granted, possible. Rankle. What is their list? Is it like... It's not mono black, clearly, because it's green. I'm so confused. Like, yeah, good on you. Okay. This is already going very, very, very badly. I no longer know what their deck is. Okay. I'm having a bad... getting a bad feeling about this. I promise this deck can do better than this absolute fucking blowout of a game, or of a video has shown. Oh, good. How useful. Does it actually matter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay, I will discharge the Rankle because it technically keeps me alive for a turn. Anywho, my original point. I promise that the deck does way, way, way better than the absolute shit show and blowout that has been this video. In the last couple of weeks, I've had, like, good success and had a lot of fun. Oh, I'm extra dead now, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. It's actually pretty good. The fuck is their fucking list? Why is that? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so just flabbergasted by the absolute mess that this thing is. This deck is better than this. I promise it's better. You can get wins, it's a good list, but for whatever reason, Old Lady Luck is like, eh, not today. That is fucking absurd. That's so fucking crazy to me. That's... Okay, Ritual of Soot, maybe a Shatterstorm is fine. Couple of Braids, Firebrand out. The Fruit is cute, but doesn't need to be here, strictly speaking. And a single Bump of the Night can go, and I don't think we're going to care that much. Well, actually, maybe a Night can go and a Bump can come back in. And just hope that we find some of our sweepers. There's an argument to be made that we could have also taken out some cards and brought in an Anger of the Gods. But, like, a lot of their list will... the cards they're playing will, like, survive the Anger of the Gods. Go first. Same reason. I'm just going to take it. Yeah, it doesn't have a creature, but I haven't gotten the luck I needed to start making, like, demands of Lady Luck, or is it Nuffle or Nurgle, God of the Die, or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. Shock, throw a burn spell to our opponent's face, and just hope. That's all we have is a hope and a dream. I maintain I don't know what the fuck their deck is. Okay, I've seen this card before. This card has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Whenever an artifact ETB, your control, gain 1 life. First time it resolves, 1/1 counter. Fine. Fine. Guess I'm just gonna play with fire that. And just hope. This is such a weird game. Such a weird video. I don't think I've ever had a deck that performed... Okay, your deck is making more sense now. If you're a Goblin Bombardment list. Are you running the green just for the Wormlet? Because it's not that good. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. My brain is not computing. Play a Swift Spear into a Croxa. Croxa is going to do the absolute square root of fuck all. What was I talking about? Right. I have never had, as far as I can remember anyway, a list do so poorly in a video, yet do, honestly, really well when not recording. It's just, I guess it has performance anxiety, ha ha ha, or something absurdly... Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I've never had such a case of performance anxiety with a deck. Stop fucking drawing lands! I'm so upset. Spell isn't even gonna fucking resolve. He's just gonna sacrifice it, response, bombard my face. Please tell me my opponent has the brains to know how to use the fucking spell. Please. Thank God this person is infinitely better. The question is, do they sacrifice again? Because all things considered, they don't have a board now. Okay. We're not in a great... Why is... That doesn't make any fucking sense. How are they getting away with this land base? Cool, I guess I have a sideboard card. Cool. But now that I know they have a Goblin Bombardment, the sideboard card is fucking useless. Because they just sacrificed the goddamn thing in response, and I'm left sitting here holding my ish in my hands. I'm not even upset because our opponent is doing like the good thing to do. It's just their deck is all over the place. Like, okay, I guess. Fine. Counter. Getting your upkeep, sacrifice token. If you do, acorn counter on it. Squirrels you control get 1/1 for each acorn. Make a squirrel. Cool. I think only like 1 or 2 of those like Modern Horizons squirrel cards like ever saw any play. That's okay. Yeah, we take those. I'm not going to be able to, like, at an even remotely efficient rate, be able to, like, sweep their board now with a Goblin Bombardment, and now that I know what their deck is doing. But I can get rid of some of their artifact pieces to, like, slow them down. He says before he plays that, you know, common Staff of Completion. What the fuck? Why? Like, okay. The Blackguard... Okay, when I thought it was like some weird Golgari fairy thing, the Blackguard made sense. 1000% cool bet. But now that you also have red and green and like squirrel tokens and Goblin Bombardment, this card makes somehow less sense. Like, fuck it. I know this deck is better than this. Fine. Cool. Whatevs, my dude. Play a Croxa. I don't think there's anything for 1 green mana that I need to be concerned about. Nope. My brain is shut off. I pressed the wrong button. Yes, yes. I got the rope. Thank you, game. I know that I'm assuming, that the priority is held for the Goblin Bombardment. That's actually kind of a really big hit. The Rankle is, like, nice. Sadly, the Ritual of Soot will kill my Croxa, which isn't fantastic. Hang on. Pay 1 life, permanent you own. 2 life, 1 mana, 3 life, proliferate, 4 life card. 3 damage on the board, turns to 6 with a Gala Greeters. 4 life to draw a card. You can't do any of the things you want to do. Why is that? Whatever. Just swing at the Croxa. The fact of them not having any cards in hand, guaranteeing the Croxa sort of like burn effect, is actually might be what saves me here. Of course, our opponent, to their credit, does have a brain and will just sacrifice in response. At least they, like, sort of... Admittedly, their deck is a monstrosity, and as a person who runs monstrosities, I get it. I do, they're fun. Please. There's no way. There's no way you're gonna draw a card off of that. You're out of your goddamn mind. Okay, that... kind of... gums it. Oh, right. I'm gonna die. Then they make a thing, and then do a thing. Oh, we're in some fucking trouble. Wait, is this inf? No, it has. That has been chosen, right? The Gala Greeters has a particular clause in there. It's not great. We don't love it. I actually am not gonna sacrifice the Ramen Up Ruins right now, because I actually value my life total. Yeah. Right, they have 1/1 counters, so they draw a card. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Your deck makes sense, bro. That's cool. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, there's literally nothing we do. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. This deck is better than this. This is just, yeah, the worst showing a deck has ever had in a video that I can remember in the couple of years I've done this now. Dear God. I mean, credit to our opponents. We saw some genuinely unique list. So, at the end here, I can try to divorce my saltiness. To their credit, they all ran unique list to varying levels of, like, what's the word? Coherency, if that's even a word. But, like, yeah, this deck is better than this. You can do better. Run this list. It's better. This is such a weird thing to have to say. And it's the whole reason why I make videos to, like, prove my point. But I swear this list does better than the video will tell you. Anywho, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you like my grab bag of content. I would like to see more in the future. And if you have any sort of generally nice comments, or say, I don't have X, what about Y? go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. And with that out of the way, be nice, don't be a jerk, and I hope your games go better than these ones did, because dear God. Alright, bye-bye.